Seriously bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the NASRA network. That Beagle's cracking them up in the background. It is
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If your lawn sprinkler controller is more than 5 years old, give us a shout today. We'll come out and take a look, give you an evaluation, get you set up for a new Wi-Fi enabled smart controller. We can monitor this from our office for you. Give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look. Let's upgrade your controller. It'll save you water. We can save you up to about, we're averaging 47 to 51% with our clients. Feedback we're hearing from us. So give us a shout today. We'll glad to come out and take a peek. Talk to you soon. Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If you have an outdoor project that we could help you with, we have 0% financing for a year. So if you have a project, you won't be using your money, why not use our money? It doesn't cost you anything. Now's the time to be thinking about that project you always wanted to get done. It might be a lawn sprinkler, might be outdoor lighting, might be drainage, and or maybe outdoor holiday lighting that you need help with. Now's the time to be thinking about that. Give us a call at the office, 410-721-2342, or hit the link below to find out more about TLC's financing options.
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, holiday lighting, yard drainage, and more. Let us take care of your project. Get your free, no obligation estimate from TLC today.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Hope you guys are enjoying this race. Let's take it down to the booth and get updated on what's going on.
Of the NASRA Blanchard's Towing Xfinity Series. Brady LaBeouf will win the championship and the race in the Butt Kicker 250.
Keith Bradley gets his second championship on the Friday Night Series with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series Season 8. This rookie season, he will win the championship for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you to Wednesday night and the final race of the opening series playoffs. It is the Pultz Poppers 250, and yeah, baby, we're racing at Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. I'm Wesley Outland, Mr. Biggles, Dean Hopton on production and color commentary, and we are about to go here at Bristol. Brian Chew, Jonathan Cofield on the front row. Of course, Merck and Tiffany on row number 2, Clapper, Mongold, row 3. Mr. Garrett and Mr. Corner on row number 4. And you got Cody Knott, Brandon Schumann, Tony Burleson, Jeffrey Johnson, your first 6 rows. Rest of these guys ready to go, including Dean Gagliano, Andrew Alzewski, Jackson Wade, Michael Larch, Chase Albright, Tristan Bruce, Robert Walton, Matt Holmes. These close to 20-plus drivers get ready to go here. Lights are off for the pace car. We're not wasting no time. Here's your race details tonight. 250 laps of the Pultz Poppers 250 for the TLC Incorporated NASRA Cup Series presented by Premier Racing Setups. They'll go to lap 150 to halfway. Caution at the end of every stage. Whatever the stage number is the distance they'll run. 75 laps in stage 1, 75 laps to stage 2, and then over 100 laps to decide that third and final stage. 4 sets of tires. That's 3 more in the set that are on the car right now. Fuel capacity 100%. 3 attempts at overtime if need be. No fast repairs. Oh, and by the way, Dean, we've been understanding that there's a possibility that these cars are overheating within the first 15 to 20 laps of the race on restart. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on.
Absolutely, Wes. And, I would say install a fan-forced radiator if you need to, because these drivers can't. Here we go. Waving the flag there for the TLC restart.
TLC restart for the green. And the 250 is underway here at Bristol. 250 laps on a half mile here at the high banks of the last great Coliseum. It should be a good one. The man that I call Mr. Restrictor Plate, Brian Chu on the inside. Battles with Cofield, and look at Merck. There's your top 3. Single file now as they work into 3 and 4.
Yeah, a lot of movement around the track already at the moment, but so far so good. Touch wood, short track racing. It's a lap's done before you even know about it. So far at the moment, Jonathan Caulfield up in the lead there. Battle for P2 and the old Pookie battling alongside Brian Chu.
Remember, Dean, this is a racetrack where if these guys can get in line and race hard, laps can go by quickly here at Bristol. There's times where you can see a wreck fest at Bristol. There's times where you can see good, long, hard racing here at Bristol. They prefer the latter, I hope.
Yeah, don't jinx it though, Wes. So far, so good. Drivers will get up into the fence a little bit. You'll see that, but it's not too bad with the drivers to do that. I think there it is. You jinxed it. I told you, Wesley.
No, it's a big wreck. Sorry.
I think Cody Knott's
damn
involved.
Wesley in his mouth. Caution is out, by the way.
Buzz as well is involved. Jesus.
Oh, man. First serve pro caution of the race here. Multiple cars caught up in it as we go under a yellow flag. Here is a Pultz Poppers instant replay here at the Pultz Poppers 250 in Bristol.
That's Caulfield. We're going to actually have a look at Cody Knott. Oh, that's up the road there, isn't it? Cody just got into it. 16 and...
Ow. Look at Bruce. Up in the air, the 23. That's Tristan Bruce. The 16 caught up in it. There you see it. That's Joshua Corner.
Oh,
Is that the Monster Energy purple car? Look at that. Yeah. Well, it looked like Gagliano gave him a shot, and then obviously nowhere to go for Cody Knott or others. And there's the yellow flag. Robert Walton, Tristan Bruce, Matt Holmes, Joshua Corner. Just some of the cars involved here. On board with Buzzy Mongold. Let's check this out here, Dean.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Did he get by? No. He thought he was clear, and then they turned in front of him.
Well, that's about
That's just a bad... That's a horrible feeling right there, Yep.
Absolutely, my friend. And that's about half the pack into pit road. You got 2 pit... cameras at this point. There they are. They're all coming down at the moment. That's Brandon Schumann, Tristan Bruce there, Cody Knott, Chase Albright, Robert Walton, Matt Holmes, Buzzy, and Joshua. I do have Buzzy Cam. I've just got to fix something here that just...
We have Buzzy Cam? We have Buzzy Cam?
We have Buzz Cam. Yes.
We have a couple of people on camera tonight, don't we?
Yes, we do, sir.
Yeah, let's kind of take a look at some of these guys we have on our productions tonight, obviously. By the way, Bristol Motor Speedway, half mile. There is Buzzy Mongold, and he's got... Is that Spa behind him?
No, that's that Nordschleife, remember that track in Nuremberg. It's got flashing red
Nuremberg.
light.
The Nuremberg road course.
I wonder if you got it hooked up so that the red light flashes, or it should be an orange light, a yellow light for the caution. And then if it goes
Don't
green.
you see a flashing light behind him?
Yeah. I wonder if it will go green when it goes green, the race. I told him
It went off.
Yes. I think you might be right, that one, Wes. The lights are off the pace car.
Well, put him on the camera. We'll see what happens. Let's keep an eye on Mongold. Let's watch it. Okay. So it's still flashing yellow. Let's see if it goes green. See if our buddy's right. Buzzy Mongold, by the way, in the back. He's in 18th. Well, he's on pit road.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it flashes to green whenever we go back to racing, as the field is in the TLC restart zone after an early caution here at Bristol. We're back underway. Green is waving. I think it's just a light.
Yeah. I'll have to get him to...
Might be a candle. Might be a candle, dude.
I'll have to give a little circuit to him so that he can plug it into that when iRacing changes colours.
Yeah.
For any of the drivers out there that want that, they can get that little circuitry for you. Here we go again. The Pultz Poppers 250.
Bristol Motor Speedway, obviously 0.533 miles. That's 0.058 kilometers long. It is a short track, which means it's less than a 1 mile in length. The track is, of course, made of concrete. 24 to 28 degrees in the corners. The front straightaways on 5 to 9 degrees of banking. Back stretch is 4 to 8 degrees. The straightaways are exactly on the front and the back, 650 feet long. And the concrete racing surface is 40 feet wide. Gotta love it.
Yeah, look at these two going for it too. And now Merck and Caulfield. Look at Merck putting expressions on, trying to get that 60 machine just to edge in front of him, which he has finally done. He had to go around the outside as Caulfield is blinking a little bit at the moment. You know, Caulfield on a bit of a rampage right now. Would like to get this place back. He's been an absolute champion on the track of late. Bo Tiffany's just a little bit lurking in the background, trying to catch up to those guys. And you've got to give it to Matty there running the number 19. He's up 4 places in P4.
Do you remember before they repaved this track and redone it, reconfigured it, which I thought they should have never touched? Bristol Motor Speedway at one time, and it was so crazy, Dean, had 36 degrees of banking. That's more banking than what Talladega or Daytona had.
Look at that. As the banking here, I can't believe that they even went that much banking. That's just like you're in a roller
Back
skating
then,
rink
yeah.
that they're doing the Olympics to go around. That's not even as banked. These two going for it too for now. What is actually happening with that now is bringing Bo Tiffany in. It's not a super speedway, so you don't have to get that close. But if you do tuck in a little bit, you're going to get a tiny bit of slipstream. Sparks throwing off Merck's car there, even without him hitting the fence there. That's probably just the downforce, isn't it? Scraping him, or at least that's what's indicating here on the cameras.
Battle for second as they work their way back to the start-finish line. Cofield and Tiffany going at it. Jeff Burke running away with this thing right now. Open up about a quarter-second lead over the Alabama driver and the Carolina driver of Cofield and Tiffany. And obviously our thoughts and prayers and hopes are everybody's okay after the nasty, severe weather that came through the area this morning. Boy, I'll tell you what, Dean, I woke up to a rumble of thunder and the house shaking at about 11 o'clock this morning in the Carolinas. And we were told we were under a tornado warning, but I never saw the tornado here at the house.
It's the weather happening, isn't it? I got a cyclone heading my way. Well, you see, Wesley,
Yeah.
you woke up this morning to me bringing the thunder from down under.
Well, there you go.
My friend, the thunderstorms. They're getting around lap traffic at the moment. That's Merck getting around the 26th. The start lap, Cody Knott, the boss man. He's just trying to stick up on the inside apron there to make sure he allows the outside lane. And another challenge for the lead now. So Caulfield's put his nose in here and he's looking to see. He hopefully doesn't get chopped off seeing Kim Kardashian's plastic surgeon.
Already working towards the first 1/3 of the race of stage one. Remember, 75 laps. We did have an early serve pro caution at the start of the race, but now we got a long green flag deficit happen here now. Like up to put 24 laps on the board. Lap 25 next time by, and look at them rumble around the concrete here at the last great Coliseum. Now remember, Dean, something we were told was within 15 to 20 laps, these cars start overheating. That's something we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. The race control and the NASRA Cup Series believe that they can manage it, they can handle it. But the question is, will this be an issue for people to blow engines?
Yeah, well, not for Jackson Wade at the moment. He's got a little bit of space for Justin Clapper at the moment. Jackson Wade, sorry, not Justin Jackson. Sounds like a law firm. But the googly eyes, he's got the googly eyes on his VR. But yeah, but definitely running too close together. These cars are always at the rev limit. You can hear them basically just throttling off and on the accelerator pedal to just keep the revs up and down. They're not gear shifting or anything. And of course, when you're just running a car at maximum revs, she tends to overheat.
Merck, Cofield, Tiffany, Garrett, Chu, top 5, Larch, Clapper, Wade, Johnson, and Gagliano. Some of these drivers, they got caught up in accidents earlier. Speaking of Gagliano, he battles with Alzuski for that top 10 spot at the start-finish line on lap number 30.
You're on the outside, close up into the fence there, and you don't want to leave the door open too much at the moment because Andrew Lasky might be looking to steal that one and the inside, so you can see those drivers. There's Jeffrey Johnson also in the mix here for the number 33 machine. Still no changes up the front with those two, but we may be looking at a nice little battle brewing between Michael Larch and Brian Chu.
"31 laps completed now as there goes Jeff Merck. Merck in the lead, Cofield along with Tiffany. Oh, look at Merck. Merck's popping in and out.
Oh. No, it's Cofield.
Or was it Cofield, actually? It was Cofield's car. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Yeah, he has done that
Well, they better get used to that.
in the past as well, too. Like, you know, he's got something a little funky with his internet connection. And generally, it happens, you know, only a couple of times during a race. It's not that frantic that Justin White in race control would have to say, mate, you've got to just park it in pit lane, not park it in pit lane, but maybe get out of the way of the front. But so far, so good with Mr. Caulfield, and Jeff Merck's going to be aware of that one as well, too. So no funny shenanigans as they're bolting their way about halfway through stage 1.
Hey, Dean, give me a moment. I got a UPS truck in my front yard.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be right back, buddy.
Going to get
Woohoo, Christmas presents.
Christmas presents have come early for Wesley as the battle continues for P1. Jeff Merck just having the inside line there, and Caulfield getting us some fantastic racing. So a little bit of door banging happening at the moment there. We haven't seen too much of that actually in the races. Caulfield's right up high against the fence. Scoots on by Jeff Merck there, scrubs a little bit of speed further back in the field there. There's still battle continuing at the moment. Brian Chu. And there's Justin Clapper actually a bit further. There's Brian Chu. Up the road from him is Matthew and Michael. Big gain there for Michael Larch there. He's in that number 2 car, and he's up at 11 places. Loving short track racing currently at the moment, and the way you keep moving at the moment, he should be right up in the back there, Bo Tiffany, after he catches Matthew Garnett a little bit further up in P4. Hello, everybody. I'll get a chance to read the chat. Robert Tiffany says, go, son, go. Yep, Bo, your son, Bo, is doing a solid job in P3. Just keeping an eye, he is at the moment, on those top 2. As you can see, just up the racetrack at the moment while we're watching Brian Chu put some pressure on the number 19. He's on a bit of a mission here at the moment. He's actually just dropped Michael Larch a tad as Wesley is opening up his Christmas presents. Battle for the lead continues again. These two are like children that get into a fight in the schoolyard and get sent to the principal's office. They're back at it again. Remember, we will go to stage 1 at 75 lap, and then we'll get another caution. It'll be our second caution, actually, of the race. We've had one quick early caution. Touch woods. Well, I didn't want to say the C word, the cautions, and so every single time we tend to say that, it tends to happen. There's just nothing separating these two. But this is a nice little squabble here. We'll go on board Jackson Waves. He's provided us with his cam. He's driving in VR. He can see these gaggle of cars up the road there. That's a 63. Brian Chu on the inside for the 51. And Matty now 3 wide. Whoa, bold and brave there, gentlemen, to come into each other. Can it hold on to it? Can Matty hold on to it? What a brilliant save for Matty. He's going to go up the fence there and say, woo, I'm going to go down there and change my overalls.
That was close. And avoiding wrecking was a 19. I got LED lights. They're actually LED light stands. So we're putting up at the baseball ballpark stadium and the softball field, and it's just gonna, just something we're working on to light up things.
Oh, over the lap car, at the moment there. Jeff Merck gets into him.
Yes,
Jonathan
sir.
Caulfield goes around. Jonathan Caulfield should have a little bit of a run now because Jeff Merck had to scrub a bit of speed. I was going to say, Wesley, I'll send you a little circuit so you can plug it into iracing and make it go to the colours of the flag.
Oh, there you go. Wow. I don't know how you do that. Wow.
Just a bit of coding. I've not too bad with electronics, mate. All right. This
It's the
battle's
LED
continues.
lights and then they change the colors?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Wow.
There's an output that iRacing does, so it can go to a little integrated circuit. The integrated circuit go, okay, change colours according to the signal that it gets from iRacing, and that's based on the flags.
Oh, wow. Wow, but I don't have an iRacing account, so I just,
Yeah,
you know.
okay. You won't be able to do that then.
Yeah. Alzewski, by the way, though, battles with Garrett. This is in the top 10. Johnson in that 10th position watching on. We're up closing in on 50 laps completed. 25 remaining in the opening stage and 200 laps to go. I told you, this is one of these places, honestly, Dean, where if they can get in line and drive and just be patient, you could knock off laps faster in Bristol.
Tell you what, Jeff Merck there with the catch fence sponsors on there. He's catching that fence quite often actually around here. So there you go. There's your Panaroo as one of the other lap cars gets completely out of the way, knowing these two have just been battled for it tooth and now consecutively. That's Dean Galliano going back into pit road. Tristan Bruce has been there for 3 minutes and change. Buzzy's just been sitting down there the whole time, my friend. Maybe he's trying to hook up that light to get it to go to the iRacing, but it's unfortunate for him. He copped a lot of damage and just sitting there patiently, getting it all repaired.
Thanks to everybody that's watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe as always to keep up with the awesome action on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Johnson and Garrett going at it now for 10th. 9th and 10th, actually.
Just had to turn my air conditioner up. It's absolutely boiling here when you have a computer putting out crazy amounts of heats and monitors and all sorts of jazz.
Yeah, how hot is it in Brisbane, Australia right now, Dean? I mean, it's got to be up in the hundreds, ain't it?
Cyclone and the winds and stuff like that, but it's hot in my little studio as I got my computer
I
equipment.
got you. All that heat, all the monitors, lights and stuff.
Oh, the lights are LED. I don't put out much heat. The computer and graphics card certainly do. When you're running iRacing and providing all the goodies and tools that you see on your screen, don't forget this is the playoffs. And when we get a caution, which we will at the stage 1, or if we get one earlier, we'll go through currently the schedule, of course, and a point standing for everybody to see how it's all panning out.
Kristen Bruce says so inconsistent with setups and creating sessions correctly. I don't know what that means. Tristan, if you want to elaborate on that, I don't know. I don't know what he's referring to.
Oh yeah, Joshua Suss was talking about the light module. I send you. I think there might be one where you can already buy exactly, and then hook it up. But
Christopher Albright already several laps down. He's still on pit road, multiple 20-plus laps down. So is Bruce, Albright, and Mongold. All these guys with problems. 12 cars on the lead lap as we are approaching lap 60 here at Bristol, Dean.
it's Bristol, baby.
Bristol, baby.
But
Some people like it, some people don't.
No, Jacob Reeves usually is the only time he gets to race, of course, on the Wednesday nights here, but he is currently racing around a boat.
A banana boat. No, I say that jokingly. They're actually on their, what is it, the home stretch of their maiden voyage, because it's about to come and dock in, if you will, in the next couple of days. They'll be back on Friday.
Caulfield's trying to get past him. John Caulfield's trying to get past as Jeff Merck up the road. We're on board with Tony. They're getting lapped here. There's a 52 right up into the fence there. That's Brandon Schumann. He's just trying to get out of Dodge, mate. He's just realizing that those leaders coming through thick and fast. There's Jeff Merck. He's now on the back there of Matthew Garnett. That's how much they're lapping through the field. Matthew's running in P10, so look at that. Caulfield's going to take this advantage and say, you're going to be stuck behind him, my friend, so bingo. But then again, where Caulfield can go, he's got to be cautious, sticking it up the inside there of Matty. Jeff Merck follows him through. These two absolutely two for now here. I got a feeling if they can keep it clean and green, one of these two drivers is going to win the stage break for them.
By the way, if you'd like to know more about Pultz Poppers fishing lures, check them out at Pultz Poppers on Facebook.
Yep, and at the moment, we do know that Robert was out there going for his, cheering out for his son, Bo Tiffany. Bo Tiffany at the moment is holding on. A very, very quick Michael Larch has made 12 positions through this field, looking to take number 13 if he can steal away from Bo Tiffany. He's been running at a solid P3 so far in this race, but they are 5 seconds currently down the road, 6 seconds from our race leader as my timing tower just decided to go yo-yo.
Right. NASRA Cup Series on a Wednesday night. This is the playoffs. This is actually, believe it or not, Dean, the final round of the semifinals.
Yes, sir.
If you get this win, you know, obviously we've had a chance in a moment to show you the grid when we get like a caution or something under racing conditions. But we are moving into the semifinals after tonight. We're at Bristol, and then we go to the Elite 12 semifinals, and that's Darlington, Talladega, Phoenix, and then, you know, in about a month's time, the championship race will be at Auto Club, and 6 drivers will fight it out for the title.
Oh, that's a really exciting time at the moment. This fantastic season. Remember where you switch the cars around too per race. We'll show that as well. As we did see Bo Tiffany get passed by Michael Larch, so Michael on a move, but maybe a little day late. I'm sure try to catch those 2 up the road, but it'll be a good position for the next stage presented by the Glass Mechanic as Jackson Wade now has a go on Bo Tiffany. This is all the battle for P4 with 2 to go. Jonathan Caulfield's now got a little bit of a gap, about 1.5 seconds over Merck, so I think Caulfield is looking good for the stage win.
Possibly trying to lock it up to make it happen. Big thanks, as always, to TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups as we are rolling into the final stage. They'll be looking for that caution flag to come out for only the 2nd time of the race. And Jonathan Caulfield from Mumford, Alabama. You know, Auburn suffered their first loss last night to Texas A&M, but they're still number 1 with such a great record. It is Auburn Tigers, and he's an Auburn fan. And Alabama's Jonathan Caulfield is going to win stage 1 here at Bristol in the Pultz Poppers 250.
Absolutely.
Jeff Burke will go 2nd. Michael Larch up 13 spots to 3rd. Bo Tiffany, Jackson Wade up 10 to 5th. Andrew Alzewski, Brian Chu, Justin Clapper, Jeffrey Johnson, and Matthew Garrett all getting stage points here, Dean.
Absolutely. We're going to step away, of course, and thank TLC and our sponsors. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be back.
In a distant kingdom, in a magical realm, there lived people who faced dreadful drainage problems on their lawns. For many years, they suffered from puddles and mud in their yards. Until one day, the saviors from TLC Company appeared with their magical shovels and lifted the wet curse from the kingdom's residents. Forget about puddles and mud. With us, your yard will become a genuine fairy tale nook. Call us right now, and let's transform your drainage concerns into a magical adventure. TLC, where every home becomes...
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, holiday lighting, yard drainage, and more. Let us take care of your project. Get your free, no obligation estimate from TLC today.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Hope you guys are enjoying this race. Let's take it down to the booth and get updated on what's going on.
Hey everybody, welcome back to coverage from Bristol Motor Speedway. It is the NASRA TLC Incorporated Setups, Premier Racing Setups playoffs, and we are at Bristol for the Pultz Poppers 250. So there it is, and we mentioned the semifinal Elite 12 starts next Wednesday night there, Dean, and obviously, you know what? Octavio Rondeletto not here tonight. You know, he got a lot of scrutiny after what happened at Watkins Glen last week.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But he is a reserve driver, but obviously he's got his names stamped there for a lot of the races, and there currently at the moment is your playoff bracket. So Caulfield's already in so far. He can keep himself secured.
Tristan, I see Tristan in the chat box. He says this isn't. If you could elaborate more, I don't understand what your frustration is, except that you crashed early and you're already out of the race. So, I mean, I don't know how a setup could cause you to, I just don't know. I'm trying to understand the comments that he's putting in the chat box, but nonetheless, we are showing Jonathan Cofield advancing into the Fast 12 semifinal round. After tonight, though, Dean, it is wide open for still 11 spots for the taking.
Certainly is at the moment. We have Justin White in here. He may be able to elaborate something on us, because I just saw the boss man.
Yeah, let's see if Justin, can you join us? Justin, we're seeing Tristan Bruce and other people, I guess, frustrated or talking about the setups or this wasn't right, or can you elaborate on what these people are referring to as we get ready to go back to green?
I'm a little upset about the setup that was provided, but it's the setup that everybody has to race.
Got you.
They're required. I mean, obviously we can make it last for 75 laps without issue. So some people just got to apply the brain power and make it work.
And then obviously if you get caught up in a multi-car accident on the start of the race in the opening 5 laps, that really doesn't help matters any, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's patience. It's a short track. We had these custom sets made, and it's going to make for good short track racing. And so far, it has, because you cannot go full throttle. You can't get after it.
Well, Justin, we'll let you get back to your race director duties, as we already have another Serve Pro caution out. By the way, we just took the green flag of the Serve Pro yellow flag out for the 3rd time for an on-track accident. And we're also in Class Mechanics stage number 2, trying to find what happened on the racetrack here.
Yeah, I don't
was it
see
the 90s. I can't tell. Was it the 96 Jackson Wade, maybe?
Well, the good thing is we only have essentially 18 drivers at the moment, so we've got better odds trying to find somebody.
Won't be that hard to find, right?
And you said who again? Sorry, my apologies.
I thought maybe the 96 Jackson Wade. He looked really, really slow on
11:52. 11:52.
11 in the 52.
Okay,
all right,
thank
so Andrew Alzuski and Brandon Schumann have gotten together. Here it is now. Watch it on the replay. There's Schumann, bottom of the racetrack.
Oh.
Alzuski. Oh, he got into the left rear of him. And around goes the number 11. And then Brandon Schumann said, okay, buddy, you hit me. I'm going to just give you a nice little T-bone shot there. So, hey, Justin, I understand the driver's meeting was, Justin's already left. I can let everybody know that the driver's meeting was quite lively this afternoon. From the chat box, Dean. He requested everybody to be in the box today.
There it is. There's a little tap and a double tap and a triple tap. It's just like, don't get sent up to the principal's office of Justin. If you're playing around, boys, take it easy. Got a lot of laps to get through, and no shenanigans. And I'd have to say they have listened. Because that's just a little tap there. That's not what we see sometimes of that carnage that occurs when we go green flag, then yellow, green flag, then yellow, green flag, then yellow. We've chunked through 87 laps already with only a handful of two race collision cautions, and the other one was the stage break.
Yeah, we're only in lap number 86 of 250. So this race has gone by actually fairly quick. I mean, we've only been 27 minutes into race time. So I sense that there's a frustration with Tristan Bruce and maybe some other people. And Tristan, if you want to message me on Facebook, you can on Facebook Messenger. We'll talk elsewhere if you want to. But my take is this, Dean, and I sense Tristan's frustrations or other guys' thoughts on the setup or whatever, but it's like what Justin said. Everybody's got the same thing. It's not just one person, so everybody's getting to it. Everybody's got to adapt, and I mean, obviously, I think this was something that was come up to hopefully, Dean, make the races more exciting here for Bristol as we get ready to go back for a restart.
Absolutely. That's the thing about this series, isn't it? They switch up cars. They switch through from just regular, some normal leagues that do it a different way. And I like to spice it up a little bit. Not always going to be favoured by everybody, but it gives other drivers also a bit of a shot where they may usually be dominated by certain drivers and certain cars and certain tracks and so forth. As we're going to continue to see fantastic battles along the line here. Also, I wanted to mention there, a couple of drivers a lap down, so those cautions will help them out, of course.
Well, we're back to it again. And working lap number 90 when they come to the line this time by. This is the Glass Mechanics' second stage of the race. This will take us all the way to the halfway mark as well, to lap 150. And somewhere along the way, we'll also hit the halfway mark of the official race, which is lap 126. Of 250.
Good thing that Buzzy Mongol's come back out there. He's 57 laps down, but hey, you're never out in Bristol, that's for sure. And you can certainly get about 20 of those laps made up if there's a few more cautions out there, depending on his strategy. Jeff Merck in the lead. Jonathan Caulfield, a bit of a lead for actually putting. Jonathan Caulfield paired 2. Michael Larch, I'd say you have to keep an eye on this number 2 machine, my friend. He has gained 13 places and has been absolutely on fire since the start of this race. So obviously, I think he's definitely not qualified in the pace that he's been shown tonight.
On board with Michael Large as the Carhartt entry, sitting in the 3rd position.
Kappa got down to Bo Tiffany at the moment. It's the second pack starting to form. Bo Tiffany, Jackson Wade, Brian Chu, all down there behind them. But I'm just going to keep my eyes peeled on Michael Larch because he's been the overtaking master so far, as well as Matt Holmes, who's just got past Michael Chu, actually. That's down there for P6. So he's now got the crown of having the most amount of overtakes. Positions gained, actually, with 14. So I'll keep an eye peeled on him as he's got battling of Jackson Wade. And Marshall just got past, but he didn't, Wes.
Oh, wow.
That's a caution, and that will cause a bit of a pile-up there.
Well, they're still wrecking.
Wow, they got together.
Large, Cofield, Alzewski. I think Clapper got a piece of it. More cars spinning down into the corner.
So
Burleson, I think, scampered by. Man.
Just like that, Wesley, you can go from the penthouse to the outhouse, my friend, as you can clearly see. These two just got the overtake done, and
that's my line.
And he's got into Caulfield. They scrubbed a lot of speed out of that. We're going to go back further in this one because there was an overtake, I believe, as we were talking about that. Oh, well, there you go. So just 2 for now battling. I did show an overtake on the timing ticker. But at the moment, Caulfield still is in that P2 position. Michael Larch at this point is in P3. Currently, at the moment, you can see he's in 8th. After this moment, it's coming up soon. Just wondering if Michael Larch didn't slow down enough in time, or did Caulfield? Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Certainly is, as you see him. And then look at this. More cars into them after the first couple of cars get into one another.
And you wouldn't believe it, would you? I think Buzzy got involved in that one just after he had to chip out all those repairs. He comes up to this wreck, unless he just slowed down enough. Yeah, I know. I think Buzzy might have said, nah, mate. I just got my car fixed, okay? I don't need another one. We'll send some cars down to pit road, actually. So Michael Larch will go down and get those repairs. After all that gaining he did, now he's going to have to chip it out in the pit road there. There's Matthew in pit road, Andrew, Robert Walton. Caulfield's down there as well, too. So obviously that accident's that caused him to go down there and chip out some repairs. Cody Knott's coming back in again. Buzzy Mongol's coming back in. Tristan Bruce, we know, has retired, so the car's still sitting there. And that's our field.
And remember, we are in Glass Mechanics stage number 2, which means that another stage underway, playoff points on the line. Gotta wonder about these guys pitting. It looks like now everyone has pitted at least once or more, especially on lap 78 We saw a lot of drivers take the opportunity of pitting at the end of the first stage. Jeff Merck now, the new leader, Punta Gorda, Florida. And the number 60 machine. There he is, right there. Bo Tiffany alongside. Merck gets outside lane for Leader's Choice, Dean, as we come back to the TLC restart zone. Sprinklers are spinning. Get TLC Incorporated lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, and more as the spring is quickly approaching.
And keep an eye on Matty. Matty has he pitted 10 laps later than the other drivers around him, so he's got a little bit fresher tyres there, and bingo, he's up 18 places now in P2. So getting the move on. I said to him before about he was taking the crown there for the most amount of positions gained. Well, he's just got another one in the book, and he's hunting down old Pookie leading this race.
We race on with Merck in the lead. There goes Holmes, though. 49 North Collision Chevrolet. He'll go to the lead at the line on lap 104. Merck will battle back, though. And they're side by side to the back straightaway heading to 3.
Yeah, you know Murph's like Murph. He's not going to drop Murph. Murph's one of our sponsors, of course. Merck will fight that 1-2 for now. There he is. He's got the edge there. He's loving the high side up there on the high line next to the fence for catch fence racing entry. So no problems for him. We're running aboard with Bo Tiffany, who's thinking, I can come up here with you, gentlemen. I've been running 3 practically all this race in P3. Now he's up with a P2. And he's getting a little tiny slipstream from Jeff Merck, but he's also going to be very cautious as well, too, of running too close because, as we heard before, can overheat these cars.
Merck, Tiffany, Holmes, Wade, Clapper, top 5. There you see Wade in the back earlier in the race, the man out of Manahawkin, New Jersey, on board now with Justin Clapper behind him. There's your front 5 right there, all with each other.
Here we go. So he's going to use that nice little tire on the inside. Very interesting to see the different racing strategy, racing lines from these drivers. Some drivers have to stay down the inside aprons, other drivers are staying up the top there. Seems to me that the top line may be the favourite one here at the moment in these conditions. We get to show those weather conditions because it's always fast here at Bristol, but a little 6 mile per hour wind won't hurt this track too much because it's surrounded by stadiums, but there you go, 70-degree track temperature lows.
Cars up on the high side. Look at them now. Get back single file, down low. Biggest one jumping out of the line on the inside is Jackson Wade trying to get after Clapper for that spot. Just can't seem to reel him in just yet there.
So Matty dropped back to that P3. He does have the fresher tyres by only 10 laps. So won't make too much of a difference. That's the gain start he had. He got a good launch off that line there and managed to get that P2. Eventually, it was retaken back. So Bo Tiffany is now in that P2 position. You've got to keep an eye on Justin Clapper making a good move through here at the moment. Also, Jackson Wade following him just in the background as they're getting around the number 2 there of Matty, who is going another lap down, almost.
Yeah, look at this. By the way, heading towards the final stretch, we're at lap 115 of 250. This is going to take us all the way to lap 150 of the race. You know, Dean, a couple of caution flags, but for the most part, we're 37, 38 minutes into this race. It's gone by quickly.
Yeah, I think that...
It really has.
Yeah, and that good talking to that they had from our race control, Justin White, has sorted the lads out and said, yeah, kept them at bay there. And short track racing is always very difficult. As you know, one accident can generally cause a big pile up there, not all the space to go. No runoff area that you have like in Daytona and Dayton and all that sort of jazz. So that's why half the field are essentially a lap down. But only, you know, Burleson's a lap down, Large 2 laps, those drivers that are 2 laps down, even Cody not 4 laps down, and Dean 5 laps down. That's not too far to beat in a short track race. Of course, if there's another big accident, bingo, all of a sudden you're back in the lead lap. That's how it is all panning at the moment, and it has been a Jeff Merck show, but now obviously with that little come together that Trollfield had earlier, he now is not fighting in front. It's an opportunity, of course, for Bo Tiffany to put some massive pressure on.
Believe it or not, about 5 laps away from the halfway mark of this race also here tonight at the Pultz Poppers 250 Bristol Motor Speedway, where we are. Final race in the opening round of the playoffs. Who's going to the semifinal? Elite 12. We'll find out here at the end of the night. 6 drivers in 4 weeks later will battle on April 2nd, the day after April Fool's, for the title.
Yeah, we're not actually on that day. That's what the April Fool's joke is now, of course. We disagree.
Yeah.
And Dawn's cheered out there. She's happy that old Pookie is right up the front there with a commanding lead now for 1.5 seconds. This battle is the Hornet, the Dingo's Cave, the Hornet's Nest, whatever you want to call it, right here from Jackson Wade and Justin Clapper, Matt Holmes there, and Brian Chew. So you'd be happy because that's Pookie's junior, isn't it? The FMX teammate. Tristan Bruce, unfortunately, that's retired from this race.
Yeah, tough break for Pookie Jr., they call him. Tristan Bruce, obviously frustrated, I guess, with the setup that they were given. But again, everybody's in the same boat, right? I mean, and like Justin White said, you know, it doesn't help matters any that you get caught up in a multi-car crash on the start. So...
Yeah, on top of it, too, even if you are in the lead where Pookie is, because you've got so much traffic to get around, you're never safe. Never safe in Bristol at all. You can easily get into a tango with a back marker. We saw how close that was before, isn't it? They almost had a wreck getting around one of the lap cars, and that's one thing that's going to be in the back of these drivers' minds. So if you do build up that massive gap that Merc has, it's just got to slice and dice his way through that traffic, is starting to get a little bit thicker. You can see the track map at the moment where the dots with the cars are. It's only when you get up to these a pack of cars that are battling themselves for their own track position that you approach them to put a lap on them. That's when it becomes very difficult.
Alzewski had some problems earlier in the race. Now he's starting to climb back up 6 spots. He's in 8th. Alzewski in that FedEx number 11 machine, a throwback to Denny Hamlin. There's Garrett, by the way, our MTV man. Chew up a little Dire Straits.
I was going to say, are you? I was waiting for you to sing it, Wes.
Well, how Garrett's in the top 10 right now. He sits in 9th. He's the last car on the lead lap.
I forget we got consensus police survivors on Friday night. Now, fingers crossed if the cyclone stays away or passes through, and I will be able to broadcast it. Otherwise, we'll see if we can get it broadcasted live or not on that one, but we'll definitely get it to you at some point.
Well, you gave our powers that be at NASRA a good enough heads notice to know that they should probably try to prep and prepare. If they don't step up to the plate, that's on them, because obviously in your defense, my friend, I can't see you putting yourself in dang harm's way, doing an iRacing broadcast. I can't, I mean, with what you told me about having all your equipment in a shed and trees around you, and
We've already had one tree. It was from the neighbor's property actually that come over and just smashed. Just to put a little dent in a garden shed, thankfully at the back, so nothing of in danger at the time. But it's a neighbor's tree, so what are you going to do about it? It was dead. Anyway. That's water under the bridge at the moment whilst we're racing here. There's a 66 getting a lap put on them. Again, that's Robert Walton. As these drivers that are battling at Jeffrey Johnson and Justin Clapper are trying their best to navigate through that field as quickly as possible. Jeff Merck still in the lead. 2-second gap now over Bo Tiffany, who's still managing just to hold off Jackson Wade, applying that pressure from behind. Just back further enough, Wesley, as you can, as he doesn't remember to overheat his 96 car.
Jackson Wade on that VR headset. There you see the way he's wheeling and dealing around the racetrack right now. He sits in third. And we are closing in on the final 10 laps remaining of stage number 2, presented by Glass Mechanic at the Pultz Poppers 250 in Bristol.
Yep, there it is, my friend. As another car is just completely going down the inside apron to get out of the way. Bo Tiffany in P2 there. Brian Chu putting the pressure there on Matty. Remember, Matty started the race in P3 after the caution and had the fresh tyres there. 16 positions gained. There's a little bit of a tango with the fence. You can do that around Bristol. I mean, it doesn't damage the car that massively, but you don't want to be doing it too much. Jeffrey Johnson and Clapper going for a 2 for now. There is, of course, the Manor Club, and we will get the Children's of Hope ad squeezed in there at some point too, as they're squeezing each other with the doors.
Big run for them as they work their way back to the corner again. There goes Clapper and Johnson. This is for 6th and 7th. Cofield watching on. Remember what happened to Jonathan Cofield? Stage 1 winner, now back 11 laps down in 15th position.
Yeah. There's the 33 Jeffrey Johnson, just getting a little bit out of it at the moment. Not so much pressure, of course, there from Cofield. He knows that he's... I think Tristan Bruce, is, even though he's going to be retired from the session and that point standings too, my friend, he has got a gurgle of points there. He's up 11, of course, so depending on how the situation pans out behind him, he should still be safe. Poor Jacob, but of course he can't race here, so he is unfortunately going to be at the mercy perhaps of some of those other drivers. But we'll go over those standings when we get to our stage break. And 2 to go. Jeff Merck in the lead.
Yeah, laps are winding down as Jeff Merck continues to hold on to that spot. I know Miss Merck, a.k.a. Dawn, got to be happy.
Look at his motion rig bouncing around, mate, because it's very bumpy here in Bristol.
I love it. I like his camera angle too, right? Look at those expressions.
He's got the Jordan tongue out.
Willing and dealing. Hold on. Hold on there. Last lap. Final lap, buddy. This is it. Hold on to it, Jeff Merck.
There's 2 showmen, isn't it? It's almost like Jeff Merck, the showman, as well, too, but we can't take that away from Octavio, the showman.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff Merck certainly entertaining. Bingo gets stage 2.
Stage 2.
Done.
Jeff Merck.
See, my mouse flashes.
Hold your fire there.
My mouse flashes
hold your fire.
All yellow, mate, for the Surf Pro.
Surf Pro caution out. Hold your fire. Keep Jeff Merck on the screen. And we'll go ahead and get him out of the way real quickly for an interview before we go to commercial break, because I know they got to make pit stops, and we'll get his thoughts on the subject. Jeff, stage 2 win, man. Looking good out there.
Yeah, I like this track. Yeah, it's my favorite car. This is my favorite track on the service right here. So I love Bristol, so I always have. So yeah, I like it.
So listen, we've seen some drivers in the chat, Tristan Bruce, Pookie Jr., your friend, your teammate, one of them, kind of frustrated with the setup. What's your take of it?
You really got to manage the temps. You turn so many RPMs if you run up high that the RPMs are always in the upper register, so it overheats pretty bad, especially on the oil side. So you got to watch that.
Right.
I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, you gotta really manage the temps.
Do you feel like Justin was right with doing this to try to put everybody on a playing field to make this race as at least different than what it is? Because, I mean, sometimes they're wreck fests, and we've not seen that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it throws a different wrinkle at it for sure. I mean, as long as you know the car's doing it. I know Brucey wasn't real happy with it blowing, but I think a lot of it had to do with he got caught up in that. He knows how to manage temps. He's a smart driver.
Sure.
I think once he got caught up in that and got all that nose damage, there's just no way for him to stop it from blowing up.
Gotcha. That's what I kind of figured. It's one thing whenever you get caught up in an accident really early. Dean, you got anything for Jeff Merck before we go to a break, buddy?
Solid run. It's just a pity
got to change tires.
Yeah, he's changing tires at the moment, so let's just let him sort that out.
I see your crew running around, dude. I saw your crew running around. Look at it.
Yeah,
there he goes. He's out. Well,
yeah, I lost
unfortunately,
a bunch of spots.
Yeah, we can't show you a crew on the screen. It never does it for spectator, unfortunately. But
Oh, you just saw it on the monitor though that he had. You could see him running around. Yeah.
There's a guy hanging off the car at the moment there, Jeff. He's trying to put the fuel in, and you've taken
that's
off.
what they get for not changing the damn tires. They just put fuel in it.
It was great battling that you had a lot earlier with Caulfield. You guys were 2 for nail there, but unfortunately Caulfield had got into an incident with the other driver before. So are you gonna feel a little alone?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it would have came down to me and Caulfield if everything would have played out the way it was. But like you said, he got caught up in that incident, so there wasn't really a whole lot anybody could do there. He got caught up in it, and good for me, bad for him type of deal.
Well, there's the thoughts of Jeff Burke. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll get ready for stage 3 next. Hey, big thanks to the Mania Club as we had to kill that because we're coming back to the green flag. Man, we got a little ahead of ourselves there. 3rd stage, we're ready to go. Hey, by the way, another partner is Premier Racing Setups. We're going to go side by side to thank them as Dean, we're back to racing here at Bristol, and this is the 3rd and final stage. The payout windows wide open for the taking.
Bo Tiffany is actually in lead right now currently as we're watching from the back of his car, looking over at Matt Holmes, Jackson Wade, Jeff Burke in that P4 position. So looks like Bo Tiffany got the jump on him in the pit road, but that always depends on whether or not they took those tyres, how long they took. At the moment, I'm looking at Bo Tiffany 15-second pit stop there. Jeff Merck took a 25-second pit stop, so Bo Tiffany perhaps did not take any tyres at all. Jeff Merck's making a run right now, currently on the pictures side by side with Matty, and I don't think he's going to be there too long. He loving Bristol, baby, and Bristol loving you, Jeff Merck.
He certainly is, man. He's doing really, really good right now as Bo Tiffany now being able to show his strengths up at the top spot. Jeff Merck, Matt Holmes. What a good run for Matt tonight here, Dean. Right there in 3rd in the 5. Led earlier in the race, a lap or 2, but he's right in striking distance.
Yeah, he's also up 17 places currently at the moment, so fantastic drive, and Tiffany!
And I ain't saying nothing no more. His caution's out. Look out. Oh.
Okay,
oh,
Mr.
boy,
Robert,
we went right to the onboard camera above Tiffany, and it was in the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, there's the number 2. So, yeah, Mr. Robert, you may have to look away at this one because, unfortunately, Bo Tiffany, after a good run here, oh, he's still in it. Let's not count him out completely yet, but that car is crab walking.
He's crab walking down the racetrack, dude. I mean, he's he's crab walking. He's cattywampus. Oh, no. Here's a replay presented by Pultz Poppers. The Pultz Poppers 250. Watch the 35.
He's lost it on his own.
He lost it. Yeah, he just lost it on his own. Got nobody to be mad at him but himself. And then we were talking about Matt Holmes and what a great run he had. He gets into the left front of the 5. How much damage is on the right front of the 5? And then look out. Coming at you.
Boom.
Couple of glancing blows of other cars there. So, wow.
So here it is. Tiffany's just doing. Oh, he just realized that he's trying to hold it. We saw actually fantastic save before, and then because too many cars around there. This is scary right here. Absolutely. Close your eyes and just pray that somebody doesn't slam you. Just a little clip, actually. Could have been a full-on head-on. But that.
It's Bristol, baby.
Yeah.
It's Bristol, baby, except for Bo Tiffany. He's not liking it right now. Quick break, guys. We're going to step away. We'll thank some more sponsors, and we're back from Bristol and the restart when we come back.
Hey, Bob Carr with TLC. Spring's upon us. If you got a wet yard, it's not going to get any better. Now it's time to give us a call. Let us come out and take a look at your drainage problem in your property. We can get you a solution. The dogs, the kids be tracking in mud. Mom will be mad. So give us a call. Give us a shout today. We'll talk to you soon.
Copy.
We're going green.
Back here, green flag, TLC restart zone, and we're back to racing. Sorry about that. I was giving the dog a bone.
I was going to say, we're literally giving the dog a bone. We were singing the song, giving the dog a bone. That's probably the last chance that we're going to be give the dog a bone. Bo Tiffany in pit road getting those repairs chipped out. Matthew Garnett also in pit road as well too. He's going to go a couple of laps down now as we're at full speed here in our stage 3. This is the Pultz Poppers 250 presented by TLC and Premier Racing setups, of course, as well too. Justin Clapper putting a bit of pressure there, and we're going to keep an eye on Matt now. And he's doing a solid job before. You saw that. He still managed to come back out. He's still 17 positions up. He's still running in P3.
So, Dean, we found out where Jacob Reeves and Valerie, the wife, are at. They are on day 5 of their trip. It's coming to the end. Today, they spin it at Mahogany Bay, Roatan.
Wow. Nice.
So, there you go. The banana boat continues to travel the beautiful Caribbean seas, the Atlantic. Really ain't the Atlantic, is it?
You're going to get over to Jamaica, man. Yes, have a good vacation. Well, it'll be well deserved, of course, because we all know that Justin's got the little and Jacob's got the little one on the way, and
yes,
yep, at peacetime will be.
This
limited.
is kind of like their last their last maiden voyage, right before the kid comes, and we got a caution. Boy, more cautious in this stage than anyone else. Dean Gagliano with a problem in the 18. Gagliano there, the 18 car. Caterpillar blue. That's a unique color.
Oh, yeah. I talked to my brother about that. He got fired from Hastings Dairying, which do Caterpillar stuff. Well, he got let go.
Look at that.
Redundancy. All right. Let's have a look what happened to Dean. I wonder if this is
Look at a replay here. The 18.
Solo or somebody got into him. Oh,
Cody Knott,
oh, yeah,
are you
Cody.
around there, Cody? Oh, Cody, the strikeout. Oh,
Cody. Doing such a good job too. He's still in P9, but we'll see whether or not if he gets penalised for this and gets sent to the EOL. There it is there. It's up to Justin, of course, to be having a look at that one. Cody Knott just a little buff out.
as Jeff Merck, still the man up in front. Remember, he was a little frustrated because he lost some spots, but my goodness, Dean, he got him right back, gathered him right back.
He did, because he took a long pit stop. He took a 25-second pit stop, so he must have taken tyres when we were chatting to him. And a lot of the other drivers only took about a 14-second pit stop. To me, that's just an indication of fuel, or unless Bo Tiffany's car still is crabbing. It looked like it, doesn't it? Because he's trying to chip out some of those repairs without going too many laps down. You can see the steering angle there.
Bo Tiffany, crab walking. Can we check in with Bo? Let's see what Bo's got to say about the subject here, because he was doing really good till he got caught up in an accident. Check in with our buddy Bo Tiffany and
he wants to come
get
out
his thoughts on some things
the pack's
here.
Coming around now, and he wants to get out before he goes another lap down.
Hey, Bo Tiffany, it's the broadcast booth, buddy. How's the car? Still crab walking?
Yeah, it's junk, man.
Well, You did lose it in the corner. What happened? Was it just the handling went away? Did you just lose control on? You just lost it or what? But
Just my fault. I overdrove a little bit. I should have just let Mert go. He's been the better car all night. I screwed up and just couldn't get out of everybody's way. And then I don't know if I got hit from behind. I haven't seen it. Got sent up the track and right in the middle of everybody. Totally my fault. Just I was just I wanted to keep the lead there for a couple laps, and I screwed up. So congratulations to Merck on his win, and I mean that should lock us into the playoffs, so we should be good to go.
it should have a solid run to at least make the Elite 12. There you go. There's the thoughts of the man for Gundog of Bo Tiffany. A lot of people might not remember this thing, but Bo Tiffany had to undergo surgery right before the New Year and the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And, it's good to see him back racing. Obviously, he'd have a leg surgery, and there was a time where he was going to be out. And then he got back into it. He was like, man, I'm going crazy, miserable, not being able to race, doing things. Look at this now, battle for the lead. Justin Clapper, Daytona winner, going after it with Merck on the back straightaway.
He's also got Brian Chu and Matty behind him to keep him out, but Jeff Merckx has just been a very, very difficult driver to get past here at Bristol. He's certainly quick, and every driver so far that's kind of making an attempt at Jeff Merckx has either ended up in a wreck or further back. So I think Jeff Merckx got that on a lot of these drivers. You already heard before, didn't you, Bo Tiffany? Already congratulated Jeff Merckx on the win. Well, there's 70 laps still remaining in this race, so maybe a little bit premature of that, but he's confident that old Pookie's got this one in the bag.
Man, if you remember the night that the Hope for Kids Foundation Mania Club was at Daytona as the sponsor, Justin Clapper won that race. And with that win, it put him in the playoffs. And right now, Justin Clapper doing what he needs to do to battle Merck as we're on board with Andrew Alzewski. He's in fifth right now, running down Mr. Restrictor Plate Brian Chu and the lap car Bruce on the outside.
And meanwhile, Matty's putting pressure on Clapper that gets really loosey-goosey on the outside. It's grabbed so much speed. Matty will know that, sees the opportunity. And, a little loosey-goosey again there from Clapper. This is pushing the pressure that 63 there. He knowing, of course, as you said, very emotional win for him too, and why not? Because he's right behind this fantastic charity organisation of the Children's Hope Manor Club. And what a way, of course, to celebrate that one. At the moment, it's still in that solid P, but this battle, of course, is only allowing old Pookie to get 2 seconds up the road again.
Back straight away into the third turn. Here they come. It's Merck in the lead. Clapper in second. Holmes right there. What a run for Matt Holmes tonight. I am so impressed with that blue and silver number 5 Chevrolet. 3 Chevrolets in the top 3. 2 Toyotas in the top 5 right now. And that's the way they are on lap 188 coming to the line.
Solid drive. That's not counting him out yet, of course. There's still a long way to go. In 63 laps, you think, oh, that's going to take forever if it was like North Life or any of those tracks. But and this one, it can be quickly if we do go caution free. Oh, I've said the C word now. Where's the assistant? Let's just ban that one. It's a bit dinged up there on the side, isn't it, there, Justin Clapper? That's just a couple of fence tangles. Still very drivable.
Merck, Clapper. There you see him. There's the interval. Jeff Merck is gone. He says he likes Bristol.
Oh, actually, no. Well, he was a 2.5 seconds up the road before, so he might have a little tango at the fence as well too. That's half. They cut that lead in half now, but he's getting to regain himself, recompose himself. He's still just in the outskirts of our picture frame there, so not out of the woodworks just yet. But, of course. Are we expecting another pistol, Wesley? Because let's just have a look at the stint length that they've had on those tyres currently at the moment. 39 laps now, that's no problem, as you can see. Well, no, if they can do any about 78, I don't know, maybe that's one for the chat. How many laps can they do on these tyres? And do they have extra sets available, Wes?
That's the question. Who saved tires? Did you save tires?
Yeah, or did you bribe Wesley to get you an extra set down there? Could bring him down from the booth to you, or in blankets, in tire blankets.
Don't you put that evil on me there. Don't you do that to me, Dean.
No tire warmers. No tire warming blankets like they have in Formula 1 and stuff like that, so that you can come straight out there and have your temperatures up to your tires up to temperature, so you can go full ping flat out. You've got to do a couple of laps around here to get those tires up to temperature, and we can see easily how drivers can make a little bit of a mistake when that situation happens. Usually, always, isn't it, under race restarts that drivers get a little bit too the loud pedal, and the car says, I'm not going to agree with you. This car completely out of the way. Nice battle still between Justin Clapper, Matt Holmes, and Brian Chu.
Heading towards lap 200. A race that's only been going about an hour in distance. Very impressed. I know some people were frustrated with maybe what the format was, Dean, or the setup. But I wonder if this setup is what made this race be what it was, and not a wreck fest, not caution field tonight. I'm impressed. I really am. And for the most part, it's been a good show.
And when Wesley is impressed, and Wesley has seen a lot of motor racing over your years, that's a good sign. We got Brian Chu trying to send it down the inside there of the number 5 there of Matty. They're going for it too for now. There's in the background 23. Christian Bruce come back out on track, getting some laps in, getting some experience, I guess, with that setup that he wasn't happy with. Why not?
Jeff Mark, Justin Clapper, Brian Chu, Matt Holmes, Andrew Alzewski, top 5, and Justin Clapper passes. Matt Holmes falling back, it looks like now, as here comes Brian Chu and Justin Clapper really battling the 5 now.
Yeah, this is a little hornet's nest of cars. That's going to be very interesting if Pookie catches this pack, isn't it? This is P2. Pookie's up the road. He's already gone. He's in the turn 1. These guys are just crossing the start-finish line now, so it'll be a little bit before Pookie catches them. But any of these other cars at the moment, too, remember, like, are a couple of laps down here, so they kind of want to get past these cars and unlap themselves, but at the same time, it's just they don't want to get too much involved in this fantastic racing that we're seeing here.
Jackson Wade on board with him. He's now in the top 5. Solid run for the 96. There he is in the K1 Speed Ford.
If you lead your head in there in the VR, it'll give you a little bit more turning circle on the car.
In it to win it. If you're in it to win it, you're on the lead lap. Right now, there's 8 cars. Under 50 laps to go now.
Justin Clapper dropping back a little bit, unfortunately for him. He got passed by Jeffrey Johnson. Jeffrey Johnson went in on lap 174 to the pits. Justin Clapper went on 153 with the majority of those drivers that are up the road as well too. So he's just getting out of it a little bit. Perhaps too, he could be feeling that overheating that Jeff Merck talked about, and specifically Jeff Merck said it was on the high side. Now it's nice to be where you're running that rev limit a little bit more.
Brandon Schumann said that he's parked it, so the Dr. Pepper number 52 is out of the race right now, being scored in 17th.
Just want to clarify with you there, Wes. Do you have to complete a certain amount of laps, or do you have to complete all the laps in order to get any points, regardless of?
No. You just have to start the race. You just have to start the race. If you start the race and you finish, even if you finish and you're out, you still are allowed to, get points. So, Carlson and Cofield crashing in turn number 1 on the front straightaway. Start pro caution out again for the 8th time.
And that car's damaged big time too for the 70 Tony. Definitely going to put him up. Although thankfully, get into pit road. It's so difficult when the car's not turning. And he's going to, the only positive, yeah, it's so difficult to even get into his pit box, isn't it? He might have to.
It sure is.
He's going to try.
Wow.
We're going to keep the low pitches for a second. So come on, Tony. His pit crew's all waving him. Come on over here. He's still got a bit to go. He's got the second part of pit. I mean, it looks like he's drifting this one in slow-mo, but it's not. He's just trying absolutely best to get down there. That is his advantage, I'd say. The only positive thing, glass half full, is the fact that the accident occurred just before the pit lane entrance, so he can get down there, try to get those repairs. But then again, so is everybody else. They're going to take advantage of that pit stop that we knew that was probably inevitably coming. Jeff Merck's going to come in, and the rest of the pack are all coming in. I'd say if there's a couple of drivers out there that are laps down, that may be Cody Knott and so forth, and chip in there and get those places back there. You can see at the moment, Bo Tiffany as well, too, 35, so he might get some laps back on this one. Go back and have a look at that replay real quick. That was Caulfield as well, so...
And they're pitting. So we're wondering the question about how many drivers had a set of tires left besides Brandon Schumann that's out. Here's a look at it. Burleson bounced off the wall, and when he did, that RL Production 79 had nowhere to go. But let's watch this again. Did the 63 make contact? No. Plain as day. Burleson. I mean, Clapper did hit the back end, but Burleson had already gone around and bounced off the wall right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Clapper did hit him, but he had already hit the wall.
Exactly. So it was a racing incident on that one, and nowhere to go, of course, for the drivers that are behind.
And look at Caulfield, man. Won the first stage, looked really, really good. Now Caulfield all the way back in 13th. And now Burleson is crab walking down pit road.
Well, he was before, remember?
Look at this.
He's just...
Hang on, we're not going green.
He had to come... He's come back in again.
That wasn't Burleson earlier. That was Bo Tiffany. That was crab walking. And now you see what he's doing. He's crab walking, cattywampus. No, he's not straight.
No, the car's going straight, but he's at full right lock.
They call it crab walking, and that's exactly what his car is doing. It's cattywampus coming down pit road. There ain't no way he can drive a car like that. On a dirt track, maybe.
Yeah, he's just trying to get down there, and maybe it missed his pit box before as well, too. Has he got it in there? Yeah, he has. There's his pit crew just sitting around going, I don't know what you want us to do with that
I just don't see how he can continue. I really just don't see how he can continue. What a tough break for Tony Burleson. Lights off for the pace car, by the way. We're looking for a restart. Closing in on over 30 laps to go. 33 remaining when they come back to the Geico restart zone. The excitement, I think, is just picking up. It's not done yet when they come back to that TLC incorporated restart zone for the NASRA Cup Series. Thank you to Bob Carr. Semifinals. Who's going into the playoffs? Round of 12. We're back away at Bristol.
Brian Chew in the lead now. How long can he hold off Jeff Merck? Really, who's been the question of the day. That is still up there. So here we go.
So impressed with Holmes. Absolutely. I'm so impressed with Matt Holmes and the job he's done tonight. Look at the 5. Look how strong he is. Look at Brian Chew. Mr. Restrictor plate up there now.
Really love to steal this one away from Pookie. Absolutely. A battle of the Floridians, my friend. Justin Clapper and Jeffrey Johnson.
Whoa!
That's Merck.
Trouble. That's Merck. Jeff Merck turns into the pack. Caution out. Oh, no.
I wonder how much damage you got on the 60 on that one, but that's why you never say you've got this one in the bag wrapped up. That's Bo Tiffany spinning as well. So there's been another incident that's happened after that one. Matt Holmes. I think Bo Tiffany and Matty's got into something as well. Let's go back and have a look at the replay. So here's Pookie. He's running in P2 currently before this shenanigans happens.
What heartbreak for the number 60. Watch this again.
Oh, he's lost it on his own.
He lost it on his own there. Wow.
Bang. That could be
man.
A lot of damage. And then let's have a look what happened with Matty and Bo Tiffany after this. So they continue on and see Jeff Merck in the fence. And, oh, Five's lost it on his own now. Matty, and he goes into Bo. No, he goes into Tristan. And there's Bo Tiffany with nowhere to go. So Bo Tiffany trying to get his laps back. Going, all right, there's another caution. Great. That'll be to help me. I'll get a couple more laps back, hopefully. So he's like, okay, there's the accident to the right. He tries to go to the left to avoid it. And, of course, they're coming down at that point and gets right in. And that's just have to get those repairs done. You know, you're never safe at Bristol, my friend. Never safe. Oof, well, Jeff Merck's in. I don't know if you wanted to speak to Pookie again, mate, about...
I don't know if I want to talk to him. I really don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea.
And
he might be in a different mood than the last time. We might not be a good... But you know what? I'm brave enough to do it.
And look at... I was just going to say, just quickly look at Bo Tiffany's car's all dinged up again. For the BNCBs.
You know I'll do it. You know I'll do it. Jeff, turn to your left. Look at the camera. What happened? What happened, my friend? Don't you flick me off on this here podcast. It ain't my fault.
They hadn't done that the whole race. And coming off that corner, just the ass in, stepped out, and around I went. I was like, why? But hey, that's part of racing. Sometimes the car just does something crazy that you're not expecting it to do. By the time you're expecting it to drive straight off the corner like it did the whole race, and it right rear kicks out and it points toward the wall and you can't stop it. So it
Were
happens.
the tires gone, Jeff? Were the tires
No,
gone?
they were brand new tires.
Oh, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it hadn't done that the whole race, and all of a sudden it just decides it wants to step out on me for no reason. So I was like, well,
by the way, you're still in 7th.
Yeah, you're in the lead lap.
Yeah,
Jeff,
it's...
You can come back, mate. You got 26 laps.
Oh, yeah, I got 26 to go.
All right,
we'll see. And I only had about 20 seconds of damage, so...
Go and get it, buddy. We'll leave you alone.
We'll see you.
Gun dog. Who was he hanging out with? Who the hell was he hanging out with again?
Highline.
That's it.
High limit.
Hanging out with High Limit. There you go.
Yeah.
He could still win this thing, Dean, by the way. He's not out of it by any means of the imagination.
If he has some fresh tires.
It's Brian Chu, the leader's on the wall. Look at that. Brian Chu's on the wall, under 25 to go now.
Anything can happen at Bristol, my friend. We've just seen that from a driver that if you're a bookie, you would put all your money on to say to win this race. But,
there is no idea of knowing. Yeah, you're exactly right.
And the Candyman can. Because he mixes
yes,
it
sir.
with love and makes the world taste good. Well, sweet sweets, anyway. Who's going to be tasting that champagne?
You put Willy Wonka at the chocolate factory, or Charlie at the chocolate factory, with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And our children here somewhere. Jackson Wade inside a Clapper for second. Boy, wow, did you see how loose Clapper was?
Yes,
off of 4 there.
He has been struggling. Jackson Wade and Justin Clapper have been at it tooth and nail, these drivers. Absolutely fantastic racing between them. Hope that they get to see the checkered flag together somewhere along the line. Oh, no. I spoke too soon.
Clapper in the wall, though. Holds it. Keeps going. By the way, we're under 20 to go, presented by Premier Racing Setups. Here's a word from our sponsor.
Guess who?
Mentioning Premier Racing Setups, get 15% off on your order. 15% goes back into NASRA. Premier Racing Setups, proud partner of the TLC Incorporated NASRA Cup Series and the North American Sim Racing Association brand in general. And watch Merck climbing back into the top 4.
That he is, and just as Matty Holmes gets into the fence as well too, so he's back there just there's the 23 Tristan Bruce trying to unlap himself, he's claw his way back in there. Perhaps he could be helping out to his teammate Jeff Merck to help him get past the other 3 cars up the road, led by Brian Chu. Jackson Wade up in the fence there in P2, and then Andrew Pulowski in that P3 just in the background. And then of course behind them is Jeff Merck. 15 to go, Wes. So that's going to be a stretch there from Merck. But if anybody can do it, who you can.
Brian Chew in the lead for how long, though? Because Jackson Wade is after him. By the way, Octavio Rondeletto not here tonight. And Jonathan Cofield, even though he had a bad night tonight, Dean, he's got a mulligan because you know he's going to the semifinals.
Yes, sir. So that's the advantage, of course, of coming into this race already with your name on that standings. Which we'll
Exactly right.
Briefly show you up there for a second. We haven't missed too much of the action, but as you can see, Gilfield there. Who's going to be next to him? Brian Chew, Jackson Wade, Jeff Burke's now P3. Jeff Burke just got past P3.
I think Bo Tiffany did what he needed to do to advance into the next round. He said that as well. By the way, 10 to go at the line. Here we go. 10 laps remaining as Chew and Wade duke it out here now in the Cup Series final 10 laps at Bristol.
This is fantastic. If they get Merck's a second down the road, so keep an eye on that. He's going to absolutely put the best laps, qualifying lap after qualifying lap after qualifying lap to catch these two up the front here. It's 1.2 seconds down the road now. No traffic up the road, it appears, from these drivers, so it should be good to go for green. That's going to be either Brian Chew.
Remember, Jackson Wade has a couple of wins. He won, of course, at Indianapolis, and then he won at Chicagoland. For the driver of Brian Chew, Mr. Restrictor Plate, as I call him, he won Daytona in duel number 2, and of course, a points win came back in December at Talladega. 6, now make it 5 to go when they come to the line. It's between Chew and Wade. Wade and Chew for the finish here at Bristol.
Yeah, Jeff Burke's now 1.5 seconds. I don't think he's got enough in him. He may be a Bristol mastermind of this one, but he's not going to be able to catch Brian Chew and Jackson Wade. Jackson Wade knows that he's got enough here. He's close enough to put the pressure on Brian Chew. Try and force Brian Chew into a mistake and just zoom on by, but then he's making a mistake himself there. He gets into the fence a little bit. That will buy Brian Chew about 1/10 of breathing space. And you think 1/10 is not a lot, but around Bristol it kind of is, especially when now Jackson Wade will take another lap or so to get back onto the bumper there at Brian Chew.
Time running out, 3 to go. This game of cat and mouse coming down to the end here. And Dean, they're looking for 2 laps to go here at the line, and the laps are just flying by here. What a race.
Yep, absolutely. You're going to see Barney waving that flag very, very soon. Now, as we're on the backstretch, there's a hard lick into the fence there. Jackson Wade putting every pressure he possibly can on Brian Chew. But he has to be very careful not to do that too many times because Jeff Burke is just lurking in the background there. Yep. Darren Sutton.
Darren Detail and Shine, white flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. Half a lap to go. Jackson Wade to the inside. Shoots up the banking on Brian Chew. Into the wall. Can't get him. Brian Chew, second win of the year in a guaranteed race. Into the semifinal playoffs here at Bristol. A race that lasted an hour and 21 minutes. Yeah, Brian Chew wins the Pultz Poppers 250.
You didn't see him, did you, for most of the race, but he led the 36 laps when it counts right at the end. He started on pole. He's finished it in the exact same position, right at number 1, baby, for him. The 51 gets the number 1 spot, gets ahead of Jackson Wade. Jeff Merck will do that nice little recovery drive and steal that P3. So fantastic for Brian Chew. In a relatively fantastic Bristol race. That wasn't a caution fest, my friend, but it's certainly full of surprises.
Mr. Restrictor Plate winning on the short tracks tonight here at Bristol.
Oh, he hit the fence.
Let the celebration begin. Let it begin as Brian Chew's going to go to victory lane. Jackson Wade will finish second. Here's the results on the screen here tonight. I'm pretty sure these guys have done everything they needed to do to advance into the semifinals. There it is. Brian Chew, Jackson Wade, Jeff Merck with a podium. We'll talk to him with a comeback to finish third. Andrew Alzewski, Jeffrey Johnson, Matt Holmes, Cody Knott, Michael Larch, Dean Gagliano, Justin Clapper. Only 6 cars on the end of the race on the lead lap in the top 10 there, Dean.
You see Robert Walton, Matthew Garnett, Tony Burlington, Jonathan Coalfield is at 14th place. We really need him. Tough luck for Bo Tiffany, wasn't it? Looking strong up the front there. They battled to even get a race win. Buzz Mongol had an earlier heavy damage, but still finishes P16. Brandon Schumann getting involved in a couple of incidents, 103 laps down. Trisha Bruce did come back out there with a lot of damage to fix. P18, and there's only Chase Albright. And, and
there's the rest of them.
Sure as well too, that they did do some laps over the start. That is so we have a chat now to these drivers.
A tough break for guys like, Albright and Schumann, and obviously Tristan Bruce, guys multiple laps down, corner as well. But when it's all said and done, the man that I call Mr. Restrictor Plate finding victory lane in the 51 Toyota Entry TRD. Congratulations, Brian Chu. Brian, a short track win, and what a victory here for you, buddy. How you feeling?
Yeah, man, pretty good. I just kind of avoided the wrecks that did happen. I know me and Merck got up there, and I seen in the rear view he got caught up in something. So once I got the lead, thank God that pit stall, I got the pole position, so I was able to get the lead on him, and able to just look forward and never look back, man. And yeah, you're right, buddy. To get one that's not a super speedway feels pretty darn good.
Ding.
Yeah, well, absolutely fantastic qualifying performance, my friend. But you didn't see you running up the front for a majority of the race, but when it counted, you were at the right place at the right time for the 51 Toyota. How tricky was it out there? And of course, with the cooling car too, was that something difficult to manage?
Oh, 100%. I kind of hang top 5, 6, 7 there, and then once there was a couple incidents, I was just able to avoid it. So, and then once I got that track position on Merck, it was just a little bit easier to get that run off and go. But yeah, once we had that last restart there, I just let her rip, and then I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 to go, my oil was getting hot, so I started backing off a little bit, and Jackson Wade was behind me, and I just I kept hoping that he wasn't going to get to me. I was figuring he's going to have the same issue that I had, but I definitely was monitoring it, and I was, if I was blew up with 2 to go, I blew up with 2 to go, so I just started ripping it, and I think once he got behind my dirty air, he wasn't able to get it to me. He probably could have put a bumper to me in a lap or so to go, so I appreciate him not doing that. So yeah, it was definitely an issue tonight, but hey, at the end of the day, it's strategy, I guess, and I'm happy to get in victory lane here.
Hey, Brian, and you're going to the semifinals for a championship, man. What does that mean to you as well?
Yeah, man, the goal was just to advance here. I think I was in good spot, and I had a couple, good stages there, so I felt pretty good I was going to advance, and then just to capitalize with the win is just a little confidence boost, trying to go forward, and once we get past like a road course and whatnot, I don't mind running these short tracks, and I don't know, is there a super speedway coming up? That'd be nice.
There is. There will be
all right.
on the wild card.
I know Merck's always up there doing that thing too. So, but, yeah, man. So we'll try to get up there and see if we can get on the next round.
Well, Brian, before we let you go, buddy, please thank your sponsors and congratulations, sir.
Yeah, man. Thanks TLC for the league and Justin White, Brady LaBeouf, everyone at NASRA, you guys up in the booth, everyone at Blue Line, just Johnson and Cofield and the team tonight, and Josh Suss and Huck and everything. So appreciate all them, and we'll go try to get another good finish next week.
For Brian Chu, in the history of NASRA tonight was his 244th career start, and win number 9 to his career to go along with 38 top 5s and 90 top 10s. Brian Chu, Mr. Restrictor Plate, wins tonight here at Bristol in the Pultz Poppers 250. Let's find Jackson Wade. Jackson, you will finish in second. Nothing wrong with silver. You've got a couple of wins this year, and you are going to the semifinals for the championship playoffs, and I'm sure that's the bigger picture, isn't it, buddy?
You're muted at the moment, Jackson.
And Jackson, you're muted, buddy. We can't hear you, Jackson. We can't hear you.
You good now, mate?
That should be my new name, Mr. Muted. Anyways,
Mr. Muted.
it was a good race. I can't really say anything bad about it. I had a good time, and everything just kind of seemed to click there. I was expecting a bit of a caution fest, so props to all these guys for keeping it cleaner than I think some of us expected. But yeah, semifinals is exciting. My goal is obviously to get to the championship 6. so that I can at least finish in 6th place in the championship, because I won't be there for the final race. But yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Obviously, a lot of people were Debbie Downers up and down on the format with the setup of this car tonight for Bristol. What was your take of it? And obviously, it looked like you kind of pushed. Did you push it a little too hard there at that last restart to try to make a run down on Chew? Overdrove the car, maybe.
I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I feel like the setup was probably unpopular opinion, pretty good. It definitely rewarded patience, and at this track, if you're impatient, you're going to have those Wreckfest races. So having the setup be a really patient setup to let the tires come in and then keep them in that operating window was really good for me. I mean, I felt like it was just really easy to pick up once you just settled down your tires and we're like, okay, I'm just going to slow down. But yeah, I mean, I feel like overall it was a good race, but once Bo had a incident there, I got run over behind from somebody. I don't know. I haven't looked at the replay yet, but I just had damage, and so I had to drive the car that much harder just to keep up the pace, and just made me overdrive the car more than I needed to stay in position to win.
Dean, you got anything for our buddy JW?
Yeah, JW, you you were really pushing Brian Chu towards the end there as well too. I saw you actually getting a couple of little licks into the fence. That's just an indication of how hard you were, isn't it? And I think Brian Chu just spoke before and said it's going to be very difficult for you to overtake maintaining those temperatures. Was that the case?
Really hot if you were running the top lane, because I mean, you hit the chip. I mean, right before you cross the start-finish line in the middle of the back straightaway. So you were on the chip a lot if you were running the top lane. But yeah, I was able to get some of that damage fixed after that last caution and push a little bit harder. But like he mentioned in his interview, I got into his dirty air, and once I got there, my tire wear and tire temperatures just spiked, having to make my car turn down the corners. So yeah, good win to him. He drove a really great defensive finish there, and just glad it was clean. I was just doing all I can to not blow up and not clobber the walls.
Well, Jackson, thanks for your time, buddy. Before I let you go, buddy, please thank your sponsors for the kid, and we'll see you in the semifinals next week.
Yeah, of course. Everybody up here in the booth, first of all, you guys put on amazing broadcasts, and it's always fun to go back and watch those. But every week on the hood of the car, you've got IBC and K1 Speed, and my designer who makes that beautiful car, James, always supporting and putting out these beautiful cars for me. Family and friends and my fiance and everybody who just makes me a better person, teammates who make me a better driver, and I wouldn't want to do it without any of those people.
There you go. There's the thoughts of Jackson Wade. He is in the semifinal. Chance, calm down. I'll take you outside in a minute. I'm trying to be quickly. There you go, Jackson Wade. He'll finish second. My dog's going crazy in the background, guys. I apologize if you hear it. Let's grab our buddy Jeff Merck, as Jeff Merck will be going to the semifinals. And Jeff, you did what you needed to do. I know it wasn't it was an up and down race. Is that a nice way of saying it?
Yeah, I'm just kicking myself in the butt for throwing that race away, but I should have just rode behind him and let him burn his temps up instead of trying to run him down. But yeah, up and down is a good way to put it.
Up and down. I got you. Up and down. But at the end of the day, though, Jeff, if you can't win, you're at least consistent. You come back, you finish on the podium, and you've done enough to put yourself in the semifinals.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of the strategy tonight. Was if I had a good enough car to win it, yeah, that'd be great. But just don't do anything real stupid, which I almost done. But I locked the car down, got it slowed down enough for when it nosed into the fence, it didn't kill it, so I could get to the next round, and here we are.
Dean, question for our buddy.
Well, Jeff Merck, you're catching a lot of those fences during the race, mate. The outside fence most of the time, and then the inside fence is the one that actually finally catches you.
The inside fence that kind of done me in, right? Yeah. That's why I've named that team that. I was like, hey, I got a good name, Catch Fence Motorsports. Here we are.
But at the end of the day, mate, no, you can't keep an old Pookie down, mate, because you chiseled your way back through there. And if there was, I guess to say, if there was a handful more of laps there, you may have had a shot at Brian Chu and Jackson Wade, but time just wasn't on your side on that one there, Merc. But pace was. You're very, very quick around.
I had to drive it so hard to get to them, and then by the time I got there, my engine temp was 287. So they blowed up around probably like 292, 293. So I had to cool it down, and then once I got it cool, you go hard for a couple of laps, and it's right back to 287. So there wasn't really a whole lot I could do. So I just fended off the 11 car there, Andrew Ozlewski, to finish on the podium.
There you go. Well, Jeff, before we let you go, buddy, thank your sponsors. We'll see you next week for the playoff semifinal.
Yeah, I got to thank the car owner inside. My loving wife, Dawn Mert. She owns this rig, so I kind of drive for her. Catch Fence Motorsports, NBG, JRB Designs, Chevy Camaro Gen 6 car. You guys up in the booth. Brady for running this big show and all the admins, all that good stuff. Y'all always do a fantastic job. So I'm looking forward to the next round of the playoffs.
There you go. Jeff Merck, of course, he'll finish on the podium. Thank you guys, as always, for the fantastic interviews. And Dean Hopton, I know we've not officially locked in the 12, but I got a feeling you could put them names into the semifinal rounds. They're going to be there. Obviously, Brian Chu, Jackson Wade, Jeff Merck, add them to the list, and all these other drivers that, maybe they didn't race aggressive to try to win, but they tried to be consistent to try to just punch their ticket into the semifinals here when it's all said and done tonight.
Points are points. You need them as well, too. Certainly when it gets a little bit very, very close, as you can see on the Sweet 20 before we go to this first 12, which will be next week that we'll be starting that one. So absolutely. It's crunch time, my friend. It's playoffs. So you need to get every single point that you possibly can if you don't get yourself a nice padlock. So that's the way it's going to pan out, my friend. I think my microphone was really low during this broadcast, so I do apologize. But that's it for us.
You're really low.
Yeah.
You're low. We're really low.
Yes.
Low. Well, buddy, if I don't talk to you, I'll be late Friday night. I got a baseball broadcast. I'm trying to pop in on Friday. But I know Biggles, Dean Hopton, obviously, our buddy, the redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves, should be back from vacation. I know they're on their end of their maiden voyage, but I'll try to pop in and join you. And as always, in closing, click on that NASRA 360 Racing Network link if you'd like to know more about NASRA. And obviously, tonight's race at Bristol. Our next broadcast, of course, will be coming up on Friday night. And, man, what will that be for the NASRA C.O.P.S Season 10, man? What a fun time we had here. And that'll all continue on, so you can check out the continued action for what's to come. And I believe we're going to be racing. Is it what is it? Is it Darlington, I think? No. Darlington's the following week for the NASRA Cup Series. We're at Darlington next week. So I'm trying to look for this upcoming Friday night for the NASRA C.O.P.S Truck Series. Trying to look for it. We're going to be in Atlanta for the A's Lawn and Landscaping 200. So that is what's going on this upcoming week. Don't forget, next week, DSR Electric NASRA Trucks, they'll be at Texas, Darlington for the semifinals in the Concerns of Police Survivors 200 for the NASRA Cup Series, presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setup. So all that coming up here, Dean. Your final take of everything, my friend, and obviously, bro, you be safe in that hurricane.
Thank
Cyclone.
you. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully, we'll be all ready to go here for the Concerns of Police Survivors on Friday night. But if not, we'll definitely get it to you somehow, one way or another, as Brian Chu got the race win here at Bristol.
The man that I call Mr. Restrictor Plate. Why? Because he dominates on super speedways. Wins at the half-mile Last Great Coliseum on concrete. Bristol tonight to take the Pultz Poppers to 50 for the NASRA Cup Series and put himself in the semifinals. For Brady LaBeouf and Cody Knott with NASRA, and of course, more details at NorthAmericanSimRacingAssociation.com. For Justin White, operator of the NASRA Cup Series. For TLC and Premier Racing Setups. For Mr. Bigglestein Hopton on production and color, this is Wesley Outland. Congratulations again, Brian Chu, winner at Bristol. The semifinals are set. We'll see you next week at Darlington.